goes around the slower traffic of Sarah Fisher. Jack, what's going on?
Well,
oh, no, another crash, and it's upside down. We've got a car upside down. It's Marco Andretti. 2 cars at least involved in this. Buddy Rice as well. Buddy was taken out last year in a crash with Elio. This year, a crash with Marco.
And Marco, you okay?
A lot of cars in the back, everybody weaving back and forth, and there you can see Marco Andretti went from being on the right-hand side of the track for us and started to move across and ended up starting to catch some wheels, probably with Buddy Rice, Rusty, and that was enough to actually start the chain reaction for the cars crashing.
Well, Scott, I want to see this replay again because it looks like he got across the front of a red car back there. I don't know exactly who that was. Let's take a look at this one more time.
Wow. And that's some damage also to Dan Weldon's car, probably the first car that he went across in front of. Remember, we saw Dan Weldon's car in the pit lane being repaired. Now, here we go now. He's cutting across, just touches Dan Weldon's car that's on the right-hand side, breaks Dan Weldon's left front suspension. Dan Weldon goes off to the left-hand side very quickly, and here we ride along with Dan Weldon. This is turn 2, back on the gas. Remember, everybody's very anxious, only a few laps left here, and watch the left-hand side of your screen. He's going to get squeezed over. Marco doesn't know he's there, and the contact happens.
Marco just did not see Weldon. Got it across the front of him. That was it. And it's raining, guys. Dario Franchitti's leading this race. The rain's pouring down right now, Marty.
And it looks like Franchitti's strategy as you take a look from Marco. And you see from his onboard.
Whoa. Up and over. And as you said, Rusty, good reason to get out of the car very slowly.
Was that Marco Andretti? It was.
In the same corner that his father ended upside down many years ago in a kart race.
We've got a full course yellow. You can see Marco.
Who is it? You can see Marco.
Oh, Tony spun. It was Tony's fault. Ah, Jesus.
One more look, Michael.
That one wasn't a good angle. Couldn't tell.
When you say it was Tony's fault, from what perspective?
Not in terms of doing anything wrong. He just lost control. Looks like lit him up, and Marco was just a victim.
Oh, they're going to try 4-1. We have contact and a huge crash right in the first corner, and the car's upside down. Elio Castroneves involved. Scott Dixon is involved. The twice like Conway. And I cannot tell who that is. That's, oh, it's Marco Andretti. Conway's got problems. You see the right rear suspension is broken on his car.
Well, as you can see at the start already, they're not really as closely lined up as they should be, but a lot of movement in the back section there as it is. Marco just gets himself in too strong. The back end starts to come around. Remember, the tires are cold. There is no temperature. The low pressures are there. You don't have the grip with the car as you would if you ended up running the car for a couple of laps. There again, look on the inside. Marco Andretti is now starting to dive down the inside. He's on the paint from the runway. There is no grip on that paint, and you can see what happens. Everybody else starts to just go around him trying to avoid it, and it just ends up with carnage with all cars going in all different directions.
Well, and it looked like Marco got some help from Elio Castroneves. Castroneves got into his rear tire and sort of pushed him over as well. I go back to Al Unser Jr. talking in the drivers' meeting. He said, guys, you got to take care of each other through these first couple of corners. Obviously, didn't take enough. Let's just ride along.
So the Andretti boys are trying to get through. Will everybody get through is the question to be answered.
What a jump by Power. Pagano having trouble in the back. Guys are bailing through the chicane. Where will they come out? Oh, no! Dixon. That's no good.
Dixon's in the middle of that.
Car upside down. Andretti, I think.
Scott Dixon is in the middle of that mess. No, it's not. It's Ed Jones. No, Dixon is. He's off to the side. Oh, no.
That car that came, I think, filing out of the chicane where he took the bail off, caused that a stack up on everybody. We'll get an overhead view of that again, and a good view, but I think the cars that took the bailout, Townsend, just came out into traffic and just caused a melee.
I think that's Marco Andretti.
It is
upside down.
It is. You see several cars take the exit. Dixon's on the outside in the back there, nowhere to go.
Oh. Andretti went right over the top of James Hinchcliffe.
I want to see how this started, Paul.
Yeah, I think Hinchcliffe lost it in front of the field. He got loose coming out of that kink and lost it, and then everybody just...
All right, you're clear for it.
It's got Zach Veach. Veach is squeezing him.
He was all over the curb and just tried to ride the curb out. Look at Marco's car goes over the top, but he tried to ride up on that curb. Veach was ahead and had the line, and he tried to go too wide with him over the curb, and it wasn't working.
View from Graham Rahall's car. Have a listen. Oh, wow. In the middle of an Arizona sandstorm like. Watch Andretti. Backwards and up and over.
He was flying flat, and then his car basically did a little kick off of the roll bar of Hinch, and that's what turned him upside down.